say I don't know.
Yeah, well, you brought that one up, and I'm a little shocked. Definitely. So underwear. That's what. And also somebody's been making me some underwear purses. Did you see the purses?
I saw the purse. That was fantastic.
Yeah, she was a vendor at one of these things last year, and she said, "What can I make you that might go along with the theme of your underwear theme?" And she started making these purses, and they're really well made. And inside it has the fabric that was on my bathrobe from the movie also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're really well made. And so I've got 2 of them left if you want to come down and look at those. And what else do I do? That's what I do. I just make shit, you know. I make things, and I come and do these, and then I'll go out. Well, we have a big tour coming up starting in 2 weeks. We're doing 50 cities all over the country to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Rocky Horror Picture Show. And, thank you. And I go out, and Little Nell and Patricia Quinn, and then we meet up with Tim Curry in L.A. and Anaheim, and we do a convention at the Roxy Theater, which is where it was on stage in L.A. For close to a year before we made the movie. And we'll do a 50th anniversary celebration there. I go out with the guy, Larry Wiesel, who's the head of the fan club now, who handed the torch from Sal Piro, who really sort of started this whole fan involvement back at the Waverly Theater in New York back in the early mid-'70s. And the fan base is it just keeps growing, and it astonishes me. I mean, we're on our 3rd generation now of fans, or people who just come and see it. But the shadow casts all over the world are some of them have been together for 30 years. Some of the players have been doing it for 30 years, and then right next to them there'll be somebody playing Janet, who this is their first show, and they're 17 or 18, or and they all have usually a wonderful story about their involvement with the Rocky Horror Picture Show, either from a personal standpoint or the fact that they just needed a community and to be part of and to feel better about themselves, you know, which is really what Rocky Horror is all about. It's about community, and it's about friendship, and it's about choices in your life, and giving you, a view into maybe other people's point of view in life. And we came along during the sexual revolution in the 70s and pushed a few buttons and pushed a few envelopes. And unfortunately, today we're still pushing the same envelopes, and sometimes even harder because of certain administration issues and things being backpedaled in terms of what we all were fighting for the last 50 years. And I like to say that I have been called an asshole for so long that I could now run for the governor of Florida. Yeah. So that's my life these days, and if I keep talking, Brian won't have to open his mouth up at all because this will be over.
I was actually about to leave. No.
Will you? Yeah, thank you.
Now, I wanted to ask, were you familiar with the Rocky Horror Show before you got involved with the film, and how did you actually get involved with the film?
Yeah, it was a really big thing on stage, with Tim Curry and Meatloaf and.
Right, because they were already involved.
They were already involved in the stage version in L.A., and so I went and saw it, and I had other friends in it. Did
Richard play Riff Raff in that version too? Or was that not until the film?
No, I don't think so.
I thought that wasn't until the film that happened.
He did it in London, but I don't think he did it there. Okay. I don't remember who did it there. But
for some reason I thought I had been told that wasn't the case.
His son has a new movie, a documentary out now.
Oh, really?
About his dad, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's just coming out now. Yeah, it's going to start playing actually in theaters.
Okay. Side note, you guys saw him in Flash Gordon, right? Everybody remembers that
Richard O'Brien.
Richard O'Brien was also in Flash Gordon too, right? Everybody knows this. Okay.
Sure.
Some people are
they're
like,
all
what?
standing and
What?
applauding because of his career.
They're like, oh my God, he did trivia.
Yeah. Yeah, so Linus is Richard O'Brien's son, and he has put together this documentary that's doing the festival circuit, winning a lot of awards, and it's going to be part of a lot of the 50th anniversary things that are coming out in the next couple of months. There's a new DVDs, there's new Disney owns it now, and so Disney, I didn't think Disney was going to do anything because it's Disney, and we're Rocky Horror, and I thought, well, they're just going to bury this piece of shit.
No, they got a new Disney princess.
They got yeah. Oh, really? A Disney princess?
See?
Yeah. I always thought it was like just another evil queen.
Also fair.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so they're going all out. We're doing a lot of press. We're doing a lot of anniversary kinds of things at Academy of Arts and Sciences and things like that in L.A. And we'll be touring. Some of us will be touring through mid-November, I think.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay.
It's a. What's fun about the tour is that we go to a different city almost every day. We do the show at night. With the show, it basically is we have either Larry Bizell or somebody else who's very in tune with the Rocky Horror world, and then we have a shadow cast from that local area. And then I go out and try to come up with something to say for 15 minutes, and then I go and drink. But and then the movie starts, and the audience does the whole audience involvement, and it's a really fun evening. And then I get on a plane and go to the next place the next day.
And talk until you can drink.
And talking, yeah, I talk and then I drink.
Yeah.
I talk and then I drink. Not so much
Shuck
anymore.
and jive some of your jewelry while you're at it, too.
I could, couldn't I? Yeah, no, that's just, I would feel like a real whore then,
But it would take that to finally get you there.
Yeah, it would. Sure. Yeah.
So how did you actually get involved with the production? Did you seek it out, or was it a thing where your agent
They came to
called
me,
you?
actually.
Okay.
No,
Oh, really?
because
Okay.
the casting director was a friend of my managers at the time, and he had cast Grease, the movie Grease, and
Okay.
I had done the original show on stage of Grease.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Should I get up my IMDb page for you here,
Would
Brian?
you? Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I created the part of Danny Zuko on stage in New York prior to the movie, obviously, because the movie was based on the show on stage. And John Travolta did my part in the movie. And was, I did, after doing it on Broadway, I did it on tour for a little while, and John was with us on tour. He was playing Duty, another character. And then, my point is that he got the movie, and the movie was cast by the same casting director that was casting Rocky Horror Picture Show, and we knew him, and he had the idea that Susan and I should be the greatest looking and being American young couple. So he put us together to meet with them, and I think Susan had to sing Happy Birthday or something. I didn't have to sing because I'd already done a lot of things on Broadway, and so they didn't seem to.
They just wanted to see you in your underwear.
They just wanted to see me in my underwear.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So I always like to think maybe. I like to tell this story about how when I auditioned for it, I went in high heels and a bustier, for the audition.
I was expecting that today.
Yeah, I know. And I was working in the pornography business then, and I thought I was going up for a Rocky Horror Show, and it wasn't. It's no.
Disappointing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't right. Yeah,
you
really.
left and you were like,
I didn't do
shit.
that at all. I made that up.
I believe it though.
Oh, but it's like it's such a boring story. They offered me the part, and I did it.
But as soon as you interject porn, everybody's like,
yes, exactly. Really? But then they take me seriously. Like, oh,
it
really?
Took porn to take you seriously.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, didn't Stallone do some porn in the beginning of his career?
Yeah, I think it was softcore. I think that's where the Italian Stallion thing.
Oh, Italian Stallion, yeah. Well, I didn't. No.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah, I don't know. So. And I regret it.
Don't we both?
Yeah. So they just offered me the part and Susan the part, and then they put us on a plane for London. And the minute we got off the plane, they fixed us up with high heels and bustiers, and then they took body casts of us, because there's the statues in the thing.
Right.
I was a little upset because when we were doing the body casting, those were the days where they just came and put Vaseline all over you and then wrapped you in something.
I thought we weren't talking porn.
No, we are, but
yeah.
Well, this is just the beginning of it. Yeah. And we were standing there in the prop shop or whatever, and Susan was there naked from the waist up, and the prop guys were smothering her with Vaseline,
Slowly, probably.
But yeah. Well, yeah, they were old and they're shaking too. Yeah. So that
turn down the air conditioning.
Yeah, the whole thing started out for me. I was a little jealous because I wasn't the one slathering her with Vaseline, and also anatomically they didn't quite get me right. So, what can I say? I was just a little disappointed in that.
A little disappointed?
Yeah. Largely disappointed, actually. Okay, yeah.
Who's on first?
Yeah. Yeah, so we didn't when we got there, we went right into rehearsals. We had to pre-record the whole thing and get all this costume stuff done. And then we went right into, making the movie. We were only there for 5 weeks or something. Cold, miserable, wet. No bathrooms on the set. But I was used to that because I started out in porn.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your top 5 descending order? What are your favorite porns?
Oh, my favorite porns? Yeah.
And then we'll do it alphabetically.
Rocky Horror Show. No.
He's over there. I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, it's funny. What was that? There's a 35th anniversary in L.A. I was appeared at that, and we were in tables out in the lobby afterwards, and all of a sudden this girl comes up and lies down at the table, very, a porn actress, I find out later.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, and they wanted me to pose with them, and I refused, and I said, only if I could be in the movie.
Right.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
And I'll do it for scale.
Yeah. But they did that. They actually were trying to jump on our bandwagon and sell the Rocky. There really was a Rocky horror movie. Yeah, horror movie.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah. And so that's the whole story. The most of the cast had nothing to do with us because they were so into their own characters. They've been doing it on stage for years, and they just wanted to get it done with. I think they wanted to put it in the past. Mm-hmm. Tim was wonderful with us. I mean, he was very gracious and relaxed and befriended Susan and myself and me. I think, and the others, I don't know if I ever talked to Peter Hinwood, who played Rocky. Saw him last year for the first time. We did a convention in London, and he did his first convention after 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't know if he'll ever do another one. He's
really.
Yeah, because he was never an actor. You know, he was.
But you would think there'd be so many fans lining up to finish their poster that he would just kill it. Just kill it financially.
I think. He was selling antiques in Morocco, and then he had an antique shop in London, and I think he was one of the few people that got something from the movie when he left. I think he got his high heels.
Well, you didn't get anything.
No, we didn't get anything
Wow.
because I don't know. He must have just stolen them or something. And then I found out that he was sold them on eBay for a lot of money. You know.
I'm sure.
And so I'm thinking of maybe I would just get some high heels and buff them up. Just
Yeah,
sort of
right.
mess around with them
Yeah.
and go, oh no, these are my high heels from the movie.
And as long as this doesn't make it on YouTube, you've got to have all the provenance you need.
I will.
Yeah.
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 So you might see some high heels on eBay soon.
Yeah. They're completely real.
Completely real.
Pay no attention to the manufactured in 2025 sticker on the box.
Yeah.
So can we switch gears and talk about Megaforce a minute?
Megaforce.
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to talk about your experience working with Hal Needham.
Oh, I did
Because
this
he was like, if people don't know, he's like one of the highest paid stuntmen ever at the time.
And
then he was a
directors, yeah.
director, and he's like, Smokey and the Bandit and so many,
Yeah.
stunt-centric films that we,
Yeah.
still remember, that are Americana now.
Yeah.
And then
the only
so I
one
was really interested in talking to you about him.
the only one we don't remember is Megaforce.
Megaforce.
It was a movie that we made in the 80s, and I played Ace Hunter. It was like the G.I. Joe, like one of the first sort of G.I. Joe movies, right?
Yeah.
Great cars and motorcycles and everything, and it was perfect for a 13 or 12-year-old child to go, and it was all about good guys and bad guys and a lot of blowing up stuff and really cool vehicles. And unfortunately, all the time and energy was spent making cool vehicles,
And it's a lot. I watched it again not very long ago, and they really put some effort into those vehicles. And they really made they did a lot of world building.
Oh yeah.
The production design. There's very much world building that could have turned into more had it have picked up, because they really did take it a step further than your average 80s blow shit up movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's true. In fact, there was a lot of controversy between the armed forces, the real armed forces, and the things that were. A lot of these vehicles were designed by Mattel Toys because they weren't going to sell toys, and
right.
so they had this idea. I mean, they had, prototypes of what they wanted to do, and so we made bigger scale versions of them.
And they looked like really cool toys.
And they were cool
When
toys.
I was 12 years old, I wanted to play with them.
Yeah. And so Mattel Toys was involved not only in the hardware, but they were involved in the software, meaning they designed all of our outfits. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I had Gold Lame or whatever. What is that stuff that you couldn't breathe in? I mean, that it showed every wrinkle in your body.
It was like underwear adjacent.
Yeah, underwear.
Yeah, in its own way.
But you couldn't wear underwear under it because you'd see the seams.
And that's the last thing we need.
No, we don't want to see seams.
No seams.
It's seamless.
Seamless.
Yes. So yeah, we made that movie, and Hal Needham was he's a hard ass stunt guy, director, old school director. Didn't have a clue what words should come out of our mouths. He knew how to do everything else. And
Did he care? I mean, and I'm not being sarcastic,
No, I
because
know.
him being a stunt guy and coming from such a visual, side of the film, was the dialogue even that important to him as a
No,
filmmaker?
it wasn't, because
Yeah.
apparently during read-throughs with the crew and stuff, they'd have the script open, and he'd go, okay, so this is where the motorcycle jumps over the tank, and then dialogue.
That's
dialogue,
exactly
dialogue.
what I was wondering,
Yeah,
because of the school he came from.
Yeah, and so he didn't, and so consequently, myself and all the actors were writing the words in the car on the way to the set every day.
Really?
Yeah. So most of those lines we made up on the spot.
So suddenly you're blocking your own scenes. And
Yeah. If
Wow.
we were if there weren't any vehicles in it,
Wow.
But consequently, we've made a documentary called Making Megaforce, which is coming out soon, and we're doing the festivals now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And we seemed to be winning a lot of festivals. Best documentary and also best film in a festival a month ago. And we won best film at a big festival in India.
Wow.
And yeah, because Persis Kambata, who was in it, was Miss India.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that was our one, claim to fame there. But it's called Making Megaforce. You can see the trailer on makingmegaforce.com, and
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, and please do, because it's an interesting movie. It's not just a documentary about so and so made the props and so directed and so this and that, but it's really about a guy who became a huge fan of it when he was 12 years old, and needed a hero in his life, personally. His family had broken up and this and that. And so he was a big believer in good guy, bad guy, and the movie being simplistic and, not dark in any way like that. And so he started collecting Megaforce paraphernalia, and then he started collecting, the toys, and then he started collecting the real vehicles. And he started with the motorcycles, and then he started with the dune buggy things.
So he found some film-used ones, not building his own, but found film-used?
He found ones
used?
that were actually in the movie,
wow.
and then he would build one or two, and then he would find the molds from the thing. One guy who, because there was only like 16 or 18 of these mega destroyers, which were these cars, and so he sought me out in a way, and he sort of befriended me over the years, the last 3 or 4 years, and it becomes a story about his life and how we bonded through this whole Megaforce experience, and it's like more like a bromance or something like that, But it shows you so much of the actual movie and making of the movie, and always the first question he would ask, or we would ask to the producer, we talked to everybody who was still alive, and they'd always say, "Why are you doing this? Why are you spending time and energy and money making this?" And it's hard to explain to them his motivation. And my motivation, which was basically just to be adored.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't even seem your character.
No, you're
in the,
absolutely
in the
right.
little bit of time I've spent with you.
Yeah, I know. It's out of character.
The thing about that film, though, is it hit around the time that HBO was starting to go into a lot more homes.
Mm-hmm.
And when it went into rotation on HBO, there weren't a lot of choices, and we would see things in repetition for the first time as children. Before that, you didn't. Entertainment, before the internet, kids, you watched what you were given to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And HBO had rotation, and Megaforce was one of those films.
One of the early ones, yeah.
Yeah, that was in solid rotation for quite a while on HBO.
Yeah.
And I saw it, again, I'm 50, so I was the right age at that time to see it in repetition. So a lot of things from that era have become something that a lot of younger people now don't understand, because there's so much rapid fire entertainment and information that there was so many things for us to stew on.
Mm-hmm.
Situationally, we didn't have a choice.
You're right.
And then suddenly these things became, it's the nostalgia is a little different. It's not just about being childlike. It's about, this was such a part of my childhood because it was just injected into it.
Right.
In so many films like Megaforce, and certain things when you grow up, people our age look back at music that we caught on when we were like 8 or 12 years old. You're still listening to it. And
Sure.
we all do that, but there's a lot of that, and I think at play in Megaforce. And
it picked up a whole fan base
Yeah.
once it went to cable, or whatever that's called, cable. Yeah. Okay.
we still refer to it as cable cutting the cord. They say
Cutting the cord.
cutting the cord sometimes.
Oh yeah. Good. I know there was a reason that you were here today, Brian.
It's not just because I'm pretty.
No. I attest to that.
It's the legs.
Good legs.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I wanted. I was fishing.
That's all you want.
That's all I was fishing.
Okay, besides your legs, What were we talking about?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, legs. It's all about legs.
It's all about.
Yeah.
I could throw them up on. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I have a leg thing too in the Rocky Horror. I lift my
They're
leg up.
Very, very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, very
Thank
nice.
you. Should we go behind the curtain now?
Let's go ahead. You guys wait
Jesus,
there.
my God. Yeah. That leg lift I did in the floor show.
Yeah,
When I go out and do these one-nighters, always somebody asks me, "Hey, can you still, lift your leg and do that whole thing?" And sometimes I'll get somebody out of the audience to actually, I'll lie down on the ground and I'll say, "Okay, now just lift pull it up, I'll pull it a little higher, just a little higher," and then I'll say, "Now, God damn it, that's too high." And then go back down again. So that's that, and also sometimes they say, well, "Didn't you have a song cut from Rocky Horror?" And I'll go, "Yeah, I think I remember once in a while," and then I'll start singing the song once in a while, and that's always fun for me. To sing a song that was cut from the movie for every apparently a lot of good reasons. Only because it slowed the movie down, stopped the movie, but I think it's since been put back in some versions of it in the Blu-rays and stuff.
And he's going to sing it right now.
Once in a while, she don't. No, I saw it. That's all. Yeah. Rocky Horror. We've covered Rocky Horror. We've covered Megaforce, and Spin City. We talked
City. We haven't talked about Spin City.
Well, let's not.
Okay, good. Thank God for that.
Yeah, geez.
Ice cream. You like ice cream?
Yeah, ice who?
Ice cream. You like what flavor ice cream you like?
Oh, I like vanilla.
Oh yeah. Okay. What's your favorite animal?
A leopard.
Oh really? Why is that?
I have no idea because you just asked me the question, that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Well played, though. You went right along with it.
A leopard, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my favorite.
I think we're done here. No, do you guys have any questions?
Exactly.
It'll only be fair to let you guys interject.
I have, and somebody. How much time do we have? 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a gift for somebody with the best question. All right. I have something in my pocket. Yeah, in my pocket. That's
what they all say.
Yeah, and that's yeah.
Right before you get in the van.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in that movie too. Yeah, right. Okay, so questions, please.
Hi.
Hi.
Mainly, I only have like two questions. All right. One is, what's it like to actually be part of a movie that's actually celebrating its 50th anniversary, along with Jaws, that just celebrates 50th anniversary.
Yeah. What was it like?
Yeah.
It was 50 years ago, and it was a lovely time. And Jaws, well,
that literally gave birth to birth to the term in summer blockbuster.
Yeah, and I think the people who put together the ad campaign for Rocky Horror in the beginning said just another something of Jaws, another something Jaws, another, what is it, another, come on, help me out here, Brian. The logo, another something Jaws. They played on the Jaws theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I'll think of it.
No, you won't.
All right, and the other one is, did you know that in One Piece anime there's a character named Ivankov from Resistance that's actually based on Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror. Did you not know that?
I did not know that. Thank you.
On One Piece?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Huh. Well, thank you for the
That's
question.
a pretty popular anime. My kids are familiar.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know anything about it, but it's one that they're quite popular.
Oh yeah, let's have a look at that. Come up here. Let's see. Who is that? Oh, it's based on Frank.
Yeah. Clearly.
Queerly? Yeah.
I mean, tomato.
Yeah, that's right. Hello.
My question is, when you, Tim, Susan, and all them filmed Rocky Horror, did y'all ever at the time think that 50 years from now, it was going to be such a cult classic, and everybody was going to be dressing as either you, Frank, any of the characters from the movie?
Now, if I had known that, I would have designed things and sold them on Amazon. No, nobody really thought of that. It was just a little sort of spunky, naughty, campy movie, and if it wasn't for the fans who took over and created their own entertainment out of it, we wouldn't be around. So you have to give all the credit to the fans and the fan bases and the theaters who saw it in the beginning as something that could actually make them money, because movies are about making money. So, and they found that if they did this midnight circuit at a lot of these theaters, the theaters could make a little extra money that they normally wouldn't make for the least amount of effort. And then all of a sudden, Fox realized that they were making a lot of money, millions of dollars because it was in midnight movies at 245 theaters around the world or country. And, they got a little piece of it here, there, and it all added up to keeping Fox, I think, on the road for a couple of years. On the road, I mean, in profit.
Right.
And
Honestly, gotta say that Time Warp and you in the full body corset, those were the best moments that rocked the whole movie.
oh yes, the time warp. Yeah, it's just a jump to the left. Yeah. And I've always thought that it's just a jump to the left is sort of what the movie was about. We were jumping to the left before it was appropriate or popular to go to the left and to sort of wake people up. I think we woke a lot of people up over the years, and because we are still jumping to the left 50 years later. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Though I'm sure you enjoyed all the scenes that you filmed, what would you say was one of the more awkward scenes for you to film?
Awkward scenes?
Yeah.
In what? Anything I was in?
In Rocky Horror.
A Rocky Horror. Yeah,
Rocky
the
Horror.
awkward.
It's hard for me to imagine anybody in the film really thinking things are awkward, because they all, again, looked amazing. But
Well, we celebrated every moment in it. I think particularly the scene in the swimming pool where basically we were just having a big mashup. What did they call that? When everybody gets together and
Orgy.
Orgy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Back to
yeah.
porn.
Back to porn. Yeah. No, but it was just a big pool orgy.
It's like a circle of life,
Yeah.
circle of porn.
Yeah.
the
That
best
was
kind.
that was one of the more fun things, because it was unscripted, but unfortunately, right after that, we had to get up on stage and dance a dance in wet high heels on a wet slick stage, and we luckily we didn't really fall down or anything, but it took a lot of effort. That was difficult doing that, but that's one of the best things in the movie, I think, is the floor show.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Does your wife ever ask you to put on the heels?
What did she say?
Does your wife?
Does your wife ever ask you to put on the heels?
No, she doesn't even know I still have them. She doesn't know I have them.
I thought you
They're
were
way
gonna
up in the top of the closet somewhere.
I thought you were going to say she doesn't even have to ask.
Oh. Oh, that's really nice. That's good. Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you.
You're leaving now? You got your question? Oh no, you're coming back down to the front. Okay.
I was wondering what your favorite scene of the movie was.
I'm sorry. What did he say?
He asked what your favorite scene from the film
The
was.
scene
Yeah.
from the film. Whenever I saw Susan half naked, and that was my favorite.
That is the best scene.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
but-
best scene.
But the best probably was when you were getting the body casts, right? Was
Oh,
that,
the
that
body
was probably
cast.
a little
The
better.
body-
wasn't
that
it?
was the best scene. Yeah.
Back to porn.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
That is the documentary.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I didn't even. What was the question?
What was your favorite scene?
Oh, my scene, and then we did a scene kind of a riff.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's good for you. Okay. Hi.
Hello. I just wanted to know, were you nervous to take a role in such a queer-coded and progressive film at a time when mainstream media was more conservative? Or did you not really feel any apprehension because it wasn't intended for the mainstream to begin with?
Well, no, I wasn't apprehensive because I had been doing a lot of theater in New York and off Broadway and off Broadway, and I was immersed in the theater scene, which was in New York back in the '70s and still today. I mean, it's a very gay atmosphere, happy atmosphere, gay atmosphere, and. So a lot of what I had experienced in New York was from that culture, and so this movie wasn't beyond help me, mommy. Even though my character goes, help me, mommy, whatever the line is, I didn't feel that way. I felt like I was just really having a great time and dressing up, and it was like Halloween. We were playing fun, over the top, campy characters, and the challenge is that even though you were playing these characters, you had to play them for real, and you had to have a real sense of danger, which is what has been lacking over the years, I think, in stage productions where it just gets so cartoony, and people are always commenting on the comment, and I think we tried to keep it as grounded as we could, so that the darkness and danger, was apparent, because, Frankenfurter's a real asshole. He's a really bad man, and he sort of gets at the end what he deserved. The user, narcissistic, egotistical, rapist that he was. And that has to always be, I think, at the forefront of any time Rocky Horror is done on stage. It can be fun and light, it's a takeoff on the 50s and the horror movies and this and that, but it was also a real reflection of Richard O'Brien's confusion sexually at the time, and so he infused it with all of his life experiences and what he found to be amusing, and because of that, I think we all took it pretty serious in terms of the work. The piece had its own lightness and its own color and verve, and certainly the music was outstanding, and has held its own for 50 years, which is, I think, one of the reasons why it's still around. Yeah.
So is it true in between takes while you were in the underwear that they had somebody come in and say, wet them down?
Wet them down?
And do you care to elaborate?
They wet me down a lot. I was, I was wet, and I hated it. I hated the fact because these guys, they never warmed the water in the spray gun. And it was, Susan got pneumonia quite quickly into it, and I just had to pee all the time. And there were no bathrooms on the set. Yeah, I know, Jesus.
Just like a porn set.
It is like, right. 50 years, and I don't feel a day older, actually. To be honest with you, I don't feel like I still have the same point of view, I think, that this movie has, and I support it. I support the politics and the social aspects of it, and I'm as amused and entertained by it today as I was 50 years ago. you know. And do you have another question?
Yes. My other question is, what do you think you would say or do with Brad Majors if you could meet him actually face to face in real life?
It would be like looking in a mirror. It's like, because I think that I am Brad Majors right now. I think that Mayor Randall Winston in Spin City was Brad Majors. And, you know, there's just something that is, I think Brad was a leader in a way, and he was, and he was a protectorate. He was certainly a throwback to the 50s male, and I've always been on the fence about whatever happened to him. You know, like whatever happened to Fay Ray. I always think, well, whatever happened to Brad Majors. We know Susan's character, her journey towards, you know, being much more out there with her sexuality. And in a way, I think Brad just walks away bewildered. You know, I think he does. He doesn't know where he's going to fit in to the world and how he's going to, you know, his eyes have been opened. It's not just his eyes, but you got that, didn't you? Yeah, you got that. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. Thank you. Would you come up here for 1 second, please? Yes, please. What's your name again? Cat. Cat. You had the best question because you talked about the high heels, you know, this and that. I make these little jewelry things, right? And this one says asshole on it. So, all right, Cat, sit down. Get out of here. Huh?
No, nothing.
It's all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah, are we done here?
I've been done for a while, aren't you?
You have. Thank you guys for coming and talking. And it's Sunday afternoon, and I'll be around for another hour or two. And I still have underwear, and I have more asshole, you know, necklaces and stuff.
Finish that sentence.
Huh? Yeah. And underneath the table, I have a copy of the porn movie that I did. I don't even know how that got into the conversation. But thank you all. Thanks very much. Thanks
you
for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Brian. Show me your legs, Brian. Oh, God. That's not bad.